Jammers. 1 second, I have to close the door. Hello Jammers, is everything flow here? And I know this video doesn't really have that much of a good, it doesn't really have that good look to it. It looks kind of blurry or something, I don't know. But I'm going to be doing a recipe. I will be making some easy microwave mug cake. It's going to be a vanilla mug cake, and it's going to taste delicious. I'm following this recipe online, and I'll be saying the ingredients. I'll just be saying the ingredients out loud so you know. And I'll also be, and I'll pause the video at some time so I can get everything. Yeah. And I will not be putting the ingredients down in the description because I'll be too lazy to do that, and I probably will forget. So let me just look. I'm watching this video. I'm not going to say what the video is. I'm watching this video for the directions, so let me just find the first direction, and then we'll start. BRB. To put 3 teaspoons, no, 2 directions say to put 2 teaspoons of melted butter into here. So, I'll be in a sec. So, 2 teaspoons of butter. I'm wearing my pajamas while doing this, but I didn't want to change. You see the butter in there? Put it in there for about like 30 seconds. That'll be good. For about 30 seconds. Watch it spin. I had to use a different type of mug because I just realized that this mug did not. I just realized that this mug does not go good into there. It doesn't work in there. I just realized that, and I don't think it melted that good. Oh yeah, it did melt. But after the 30 seconds, if it doesn't melt that much, you just have to you have to stir it. Dirty dishes. So you just have to stir it with a spoon. This looks really okay. There. Okay, now let's go to the I'll pause the video so I can see where the next instructions are. Is 1 large egg. I'm really hoping that this egg is not a bad egg, and there's nothing wrong with it. So I'll get the egg in there. Egg was okay. Now next instruction is to whisk it until all that. How does that look? Does it look egg terrific? Alright, that looks nice. Now let me pause the video for this so I can see the next ingredients. What I'm gonna do is put in 2 tablespoons of milk. Have your milk inside of there. Remember, 2 tablespoons of milk. And yeah. So let's just look over it. Let's just look at what we've done. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 large egg, and after that we have to do 2 tablespoons of milk. And then after that we have to do 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Make it it says 1 tablespoon pure vanilla extract. And use a small tablespoon. See, this is a tablespoon, but this is also a tablespoon. So use the small tablespoon. BRB. Now let's see where the next ingredients are. Remember, 1 small tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. It doesn't have to be, not pure, but like pure stuff. The pure stuff is good. 1/4 cup granulated sugar. Pouring in the sugar. It looks so good. Okay. Got our sugar in there. Let me see what to do next. Mixed well. I'm not a cook, but I know the basics. I know the little stuff. Look how gross that looks. I think after this we have like one more step, but I'm not sure. I think we have one more step. let me look for the next ingredient. Next ingredient is 6 tablespoons of self-rising flour. I'm pretty sure it has to be self-rising, but if you don't use the self-rising stuff, it's just gonna come out flat. And you don't want a flat cake, you want a puffy cake. So we just pour in the tablespoons, and then we'll start putting it into that microwave. So you add your 6 tablespoons of self-rising flour. Then I want you to add a pinch of salt. Just a little bit. Do not add all that salt. Salt gives it flavor. Wait, what do I have to do next? Let me check my little recipe. Mix until it's smooth. Just mix it all the way until it's smooth. Like the last time I made this, like it was too much for me because I got so much cake. So this shows how good this recipe is. It gives you so much cake. That's what the self-rising flour does. It makes it puffier and it makes it, just gives it a lot of cake in it. So I had to put the rest of the cake inside of a bag. And then I had to save it for later. Does that look smooth? A little more mixing. It still looks really clumpy. It looks really clumpy and stuff, and it doesn't look smooth. So I'm gonna add 1 more tablespoon of self-rising flour. I'm not sure the same thing will happen to everybody, but I don't think it's that smooth. So I'm gonna add 1 more tablespoon of self-rising flour. Just 1 small tablespoon of it. You only have to add in the 6 tablespoons you only have to add in 6 tablespoons of self-rising flour. But I didn't feel like mine was smooth enough, so I just had to, add in that 1 last piece. Just keep mixing. Mix. This looks really good. I'm gonna taste this. Taste. In fact, I'm gonna taste another one. Look at that spoonful. It looks so good. Okay, I got it good. And after you finish your batter, what you have to do is put it into, all you have to do is try to get off as much batter as you can off the spoon. Oh, what the heck? I'm looking through the camera, and this is, oh, this batter's so good. Do you hear me? Do you hear my smacking? I'm all like, I don't think you hear my smacking. If you heard my smacking, you would be mad. After you finish your recipe, put it inside there for 1 minute. If it gets too fluffy, just take it. Just turn off the microwave for a few minutes. Open the door for a few minutes and let it go down, and then start it over again. And after the 1 minute, if it isn't that good, after the 1 minute, if it's still mushy, put it in there for a few more seconds. The cooking times may vary, so yeah. Now next, I'm gonna put up all my stuff. Put up all the stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna put up all the stuff. I'm not saying that I don't like to cook that much, but I really like, I don't like to cook that much, but I like to bake. That's something that I like to do sometimes. I just like to bake a little bit. I'm like a fan of baking, and this is not the only cooking video I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do one of me making this cherry cream. I'm gonna do a cooking video of me making a cherry cream pie. Yeah. I'm going to pause the video for a second. I'm going to clean up everything, and then we're going to eat the pie, and we're going to see how good it tastes. Pie, that yummy action. Look at that fluff. Oh, well. Hey, Jammers, I'm back. It just came out. Let me check it. Let me check that. It's too moist, so I'm going to put it in there for a few more seconds. I finished cleaning up. The cleaning up was really easy. It doesn't have 30 more seconds for me. Cooking times may vary, but I'm gonna put it in for 30 more seconds. So I'm just saying, like, cleaning up was really easy and stuff. This is a really nice recipe for you to try. Oh, that beautiful piece of cake. That fluff. Ooh. Hey, jammers, the cake is done. That's my little old iPad. Okay. The cake's done. You see that this part's been already taken? The thing is that my brother is here. My two brothers are here, and so my two brothers are here, and one of my brothers wanted to taste it, and he tasted it, and he said it tastes pretty good. And I tasted some for myself, and it said it tastes good. Like, I made this cake before, and it tastes really good. It tastes delicious. You should do this recipe for yourself. I've already done this before. Like, it tastes delicious, and I love it. But my brother agreed with me when it said that it needs some vanilla icing. So maybe there might be a sequel to this where I do, maybe if you have some, you could put some vanilla icing on it. But it tastes okay without icing. And I might be doing other microwavable foods. So, stay tuned. Peace out, Gemmas. Peace sign.